Oh, just on my way home. I was lucky enough to find a parking spot in front of Jollibee. So this is a bad time to be going home, because if I go what we call the shortcut ways, I don't know whether it's a shortcut or not, but it means that all of the kids are coming out of school. But I thought I'd leave the camera on there. There's somebody there, look, who doesn't believe in one-way streets. He's going the wrong way up a one-way street. And wondering why everybody's not liking it. So it keeps flashing, telling me that I don't really have enough storage to be able to do a video. I just have to make sure that I see it when it flashes up. I really wanted to do this video because if I go through where the school is, if everybody's in school, this might be just about the time when so many people are on the road, but you can see how the Filipinos, or the students at least, have this mindset of being indestructible because they seem to have no fear of the road. But actually it looks like the timing is not good, because I don't see many students out now. There's my safety belt warning. Let me get that on. No, I think we missed the boat on that particular reason for doing a video. But still gives you an idea what it would be like to be driving around this time. Let me see, it's almost 5 o'clock. 4:49. Better time to be out now than at 12 o'clock. Yesterday at 12 o'clock, midday, with the sun directly overhead, the temperature was 46. I have an in-car temperature gauge, and it tells me it was 46. Later, Beth and I went out on the bikes, or I followed her. She went out on the bike and I went to town in the truck. It said it was 36, so it gives you an idea how hot it gets during the day. Heat is really brutal. Now all these students have gone home. We're just coming up to the church, up to the school. Now these vans, if that is indeed a public van, the vans are the terror of the roads. Absolutely no point in trying to outrun a white van, because they don't operate on the same gauge of mortality that the rest of us do when they offer up all of their passengers for a suicide run from Tagbilaran. The most popular one, Tagbilaran to Talabong. And maybe you're a foreigner that's watching this and has travelled on the white vans. It's like giving yourself up for sacrifice on Russian roulette, because they're amazing, the risks that they take that actually pay off. Now I've seen some comments on Beth's bike rides where it says, oh, too fast, but it just seems a quirk of the camera that it makes it look very fast, where in fact it's not. To give you an idea, we're looking at 40k right now. 40k, just coming up to 50k, 50 kilometers an hour. But actually not, it's not actually very fast, but it sure looks like it there. I'm looking at the camera, seeing what you see. I think that the way the traffic runs in the Philippines, at least in this part of the Philippines, which is a province of Bohol. So we're in Bohol, and this is the national highway. And at worst, it is just a quite narrow 2-lane road. Now in this particular one there is a hard shoulder, so if you get a wide road or somebody overtaking at risk, you can actually go off to the side, but it's tight, and I have no doubt that you will see some good examples of how people on bikes here ride. So it has to be said that Filipinos are extremely skillful riders, and for the main part, because the motorcycle is something that is an integral part of any family. If they can afford it, they'll go for whatever happens. They would rather have a motorcycle than a roof that doesn't leak, because anything can be done in a Filipino's mind. Anything can be done on a motorcycle. So you get business conducted on a motorcycle, plus a man with a wife and say 2 or even 3 or even 4 children will be able to organize his life on a motorcycle. And the reason I say that they're very skillful on the road, but there's no training on the road. There's no training for the road. There's no training for how a motorcyclist, once he starts to be proficient, which is very, very quickly actually, there's no training on how to integrate with existing traffic on the road. So it kind of it begins to be every man for himself. And so this is the most dangerous part. Now, as I said, this is the National Highway, so you have all of the heavy duty traffic coming. Look at this one coming now. It's probably a 10-wheeler, but at the side of the road there you've got people, and they are doing their business, buying, selling. There's a tricycle. He's pulled off to let somebody go, but not pulled quite far enough off. So this is the problem now. We're doing 42. We're doing 42 kilometers an hour, and just coming up to 50. Now there's a tricycle carrying a fare of 3 or 4 people, and he is actually moving quite fast now. But if he's looking for a fare, he may be doing 15 or 20 kilometers an hour, right? So he has accelerated to a fair speed, but very often you see quite a scary looking thing happening, and the truck that you just saw will be right behind a tricycle, and the tricycle is doing maybe 20 or 25 kilometers an hour, and the truck cannot get past him because it's only 2 lanes. Now here you have got concrete hard shoulder, which they're trying to put in all the way. See, well, there's a man who's driving, no helmet, like